everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here, then welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the shadowing technique to speak fluent English. Now, we're going to go through this video in a step-by-step process. So first, we will understand what shadowing is, then we will understand why it works, then we will understand a process, basically how to do it, a step-by-step guide, then tips to make it more effective, and then what will happen if you keep doing it consistently. Good breeze of air here. Now let's get started. First of all, let's understand what is shadowing. Shadowing is the process of mimicking a native speaker. So shadowing is the process of listening to a native speaker and then repeating after them immediately. So you can listen to anybody who is a fluent speaker, and then after listening for like 1 or 2 minutes, then you will repeat after them. Now what will happen, this will help improve your pronunciation, your fluency, your intonation, and your listening skills. So these 4 are very important when you want to talk in English in a very natural manner. Now let's talk about why does shadowing work? Like, why do I always emphasize on shadowing? Why is it so important and how does it work? See, there are many students who just learn and cram a lot of grammar rules and then memorize a lot of vocabulary, and still they're not able to talk in English fluently. They're still stuck somewhere. Whenever they start to speak, their mind just goes blank. So what will shadowing help with? Shadowing will basically help you learn English in a very natural way. You can just think about it, learning English just as babies does. They start copying, so you learn English in a very natural method. See, what you can think of shadowing as you're not learning English, you're imitating it. So think of it like that. All right, and now let's get started. Now let's talk about the step-by-step process of shadowing. So step number 1 for shadowing is pick a video. It can be a TED Talk, a podcast, any movie, or a series, basically wherever there is English conversation or English going on, English language speaking going on. So you pick anything. Usually I go with TED Talks because they're much easier and at the same time more clear, so I usually go with TED Talks. But you can go with a podcast or a series, just a dialogue, any interview, so pick anything. All right, now it has to be in English, obviously. Step number 2 is now watch it with subtitles. Go for 1 or 2 minutes, that's it. Watch it with English subtitles. After watching it with English subtitles, now this is step number 3. In step number 3, what you're going to do, you're going to pause that video after 30 seconds or after 15 seconds, and then you're going to repeat everything the speaker said. So first you watch for 2 minutes with subtitles, then you watch for 2 minutes again without subtitles, and again you have to keep pausing in between in every 15 seconds or 30 seconds. All right, step number 4 is now what you have to do after listening for 1 or 2 minutes. Now you don't have to just now pause everywhere. All right, pause after 15 seconds again. No, you just have to do that one time. Then the second time, what you're going to do when you're watching it without subtitles, then you repeat every word, not by pausing but with the speaker. So if I'm saying something right now, first you pause my video, then you repeat, but then what you're going to do, you're not going to pause the video, you're just going to speak along me, you're just going to speak with me, you're going to match my pace. Even if you lose any words, you forget any words, you skip any word, you skip a word or two, it does not matter. Just make sure that you are repeating. So these are the steps of shadowing. Next thing is, how can you make it more effective? Because obviously there are students who are doing shadowing, who shadows, but still they're able to speak, obviously, but there are some tips so that you can just speed up the process and you can make it more effective. Number 1 is repeat the same dialogues for 5 days. What will happen in 5 days? You will memorize those dialogues. They will fit on your tongue, they will fit in your brain, in your mind, and then you can just speak them naturally. So once you start doing that for 5 days, obviously it's going to come natural to you whenever you're going to talk, and that's what we need in a language. Number 2, watch with subtitles first, then without subtitles. We have already talked about this, but you have to do it. Don't just focus, oh, I watched it with subtitles now I'm not gonna do it anymore. No, first with subtitles, then without subtitles. Number 3, this is important. You do not have to focus on perfection. You have to focus on mimicking and the flow. Don't just think about, oh, the way she spoke, I'm going to speak in the same manner. You cannot do that. It's all right. You focus on mimicking, you focus on the flow. Don't focus on things like, I have to take it perfect, I have to become next level. It's never gonna happen. Talk about the flow. Think about if you're pausing in between, if you're thinking in between. So just think about the flow. Now I have a challenge for you. Now the challenge is whatever I'm going to say, you're going to repeat after me. So this is just like an exercise, a practice. So let's do this. I don't really believe in luck. I believe in hard work and honesty. All right? You repeat after me. Yeah, I don't really believe in luck. I believe in hard work and honesty. Now what you're going to do, you're not going to pause, you're just going to speak with me. Yeah, I don't really believe in luck, I just believe in hard work and honesty. There you go. So this is how you're going to practice perfection. Now, what will happen if you keep doing it consistently for 21 or 25 days? You're going to notice the difference by yourself. Number one thing that will happen, you will start to speak in a very smooth manner. You'll be smoother when you're talking in English because it's all about the flow. Nobody appreciates when you talk in English and if you're talking like this. So I was wondering, see, if you shadow, you're going to focus on the flow. So I was wondering if you wanted to come, so that flow, so you'll speak more smoother. Number 2, you will be more natural. So you wouldn't have to think about it in the back of your head. You wouldn't have to do that. You're just going to speak everything naturally. Number 3, you're going to stop translating in the back of your mind. When do you translate? When you have time, when you just pause and then you think, okay, so translation of Hindi to English, translation of French to English. So when you have time, when you're not listening, when you're not mimicking, so obviously then you pause, then you translate, then you think. But when you're shadowing, you just understand the whole thing. You understand the whole sentence. Because in shadowing, you work with sentences and phrases. You do not work with words. So these are all of the things that are going to happen. And also, all of my English courses are out now, available on my website, www.janhavipanwar.com. You can go check out my different English courses, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. But you follow all of these techniques, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye everyone. Stay safe.